Turning back now to Hurricane Ian and the rush in Florida to prepare. Residents stocking up on water, generators, and other supplies as Ian continues to strengthen, hitting Cuba before setting out toward Florida's coast. Governor Ron DeSantis has put a state of emergency ahead of the storm's arrival, and ABC's Morgan Norwood is there and has more on the expected impact.
This afternoon, Ian swelling to hurricane status and charging toward Cuba with the potential to become a major hurricane as soon as today. Residents in Florida keeping a cautious eye. Governor Ron DeSantis declaring a state of emergency for the entire state.
Floridians up and down the Gulf Coast should feel the impacts of this as up to 36 hours before actual landfall due to the size of the hurricane.
Many wasting no time gathering supplies and making preparations.
Just make sure I'm self-sufficient for a while because I know electricity is going to go out. And I'll be fine.
Though forecasters are unsure where exactly Ian will make landfall, all agree the storm will lash large sections of the state with heavy rains, whipping winds, and fierce flooding. ABC's Rob Marciano explains.
This is Tampa Bay, a massive body of water that spans 30 miles to the Gulf of Mexico. Only 11 feet deep. With the right wind, that water gets pushed up the bay, piling up until it reaches downtown and has nowhere else to go, flooding the core of the city.
And it's why homeowners are boarding up and why Jose Lugo is filling sandbags. He just helped his parents prepare in Puerto Rico for Hurricane Fiona, and now he's doing the same for Ian.
And now I'm here helping myself and everybody else that I can.
And while Floridians look to shield themselves from Ian's impact, Canadians are still reeling in the wake of Fiona's fury. Hundreds of thousands still without power and homes and businesses destroyed.
But right now, the priority right now is getting power back to people, getting people a safe shelter, getting some return to normal.
And more than 2,500 Florida National Guard members have been called in ahead of the storm. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden authorizing and declaring an emergency, asking FEMA to start coordinating disaster relief. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Tampa.
First responders in Hampton Roads are already standing by to help. Members of Virginia Task Force 2 traveled to Georgia over the weekend so they can be ready before Ian makes landfall in the U.S. Now, the task force has been activated as a 45-person Type 3 team. They specialize in the tricky type of search and rescue that comes with storms like Ian. Right now, Task Force 2 hasn't been told where they will be helping or when they will return.